Hey guys, Gons here for the Face Like the Sun YouTube channel. Another video coming at you just to give you guys a quick update and some things I've been noticing this week. First off, just last night, Obama advisor John Podesta's biggest regret, keeping America in the dark about UFOs. Now, this is pretty big for the advisor of Obama to come out and suggest that he wants disclosure. In fact, his tweet that came out said, "Finally, my biggest failure of 2014, once again, not securing the hashtag disclosure of the UFO files. Hashtag the truth is out there." So we know that he's been someone who's been interested in this topic, but for him to outright just say it like this is very interesting. And it's taking buzz on the internet. And in fact, I've noticed a huge amount of UFO talk since the new year. And if you look at a MUFON report that came out on February 9th, Roger Marsh suggests that in January, reports are up 44.5%. Domestic UFO sighting reports for U.S. were up 44.5% in January 2015 over December reports filed. This is fascinating. I mean, this means that there are a lot more people seeing things, and in my opinion, it's kind of a soft disclosure. We know that last month, the Black Vault released several thousands of pages of documents in a searchable format. Well, they ran into some issues. On January 29th, they made an announcement that stated, "It is with great frustration to announce that Ancestry.com and their subsidiary Fold3 has laid down a claim to copyright on the Project Blue Book material, which has long been labeled as public domain by the National Archives and Records Administration." So they're running into some interesting problems. And maybe it's because they don't want this stuff to be fully out there yet. Now, you can still search quite a bit, so it's not totally shut down, but it's interesting that they ran into this issue. Furthermore, on a February 13th article on Wired News, UK scientists suggest aliens may have sent space seeds to create life on Earth. This is the doctrine of directed panspermia, that aliens seeded life on Earth, and it's been part of the mainstream propaganda in the entertainment industry for a long time. So again, more sort of soft disclosure happening. And in addition, if we look back at January, now I only include this in this talk, I can probably do a longer, more in-depth video talking about this issue, but of course, ancient aliens, they've always talked about, everything is aliens, right, according to Tsoukalos. But they've been making this connection with Egypt recently. And of course, in January, the tomb of Osiris, the god of the dead and unknown queen, unearthed in Egypt. I really think that there's a connection here. I think there's some kind of convergence happening where they're going to start suggesting new theories about ancient Egypt and the pharaohs and stuff like that in correlation with this ancient astronaut theory. So just some thoughts right there. I don't want to get into it too far in this video. And then finally, I want to show this to you. This is a very interesting video. An alleged UFO purportedly documents ET contact in Florida. If you know anything about Dr. Stephen Greer, he's been behind the Disclosure Project, and he's done a lot of work there. Now, I don't necessarily trust him. He's not very, I don't share his views in terms of what the UFOs are. He's come out and said that there are no evil or demonic or anything like that. UFOs or aliens, they're all benevolent and they're all here to love you and all this stuff. Now watch just a few minutes of this footage here. It's very captivating, but listen to what Dr. Greer is telling this group to do. Check this out.
What is that orange object? Look how beautiful.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Whoa, just don't pop
stand
too
up,
much.
Please. Crouch down and look, because you'll block our cameras.
Wow.
Those behind me may move and stand up. Okay, you see that color?
Yeah. That's not a plane.
No. Oh no.
That's not a boat.
No, that's a
So
ship.
let's thank them for coming.
Wow, and it's above the sea level.
Please turn off your night scope, Charles. Off.
Some other light coming off right now.
Someone's infrared or whatever.
Yeah, that's Charles.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, here they come. There are two.
Whoever's right in the front, if you can kind of just stay low, because your head is right.
You can get on your knees in front of Richie. Look at this, how gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm looking with the night scopes. There's no smoke, there's no trails. These are not flares. And
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
let's welcome them here.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
They were waiting for us to arrive.
Whoa.
Jacques, please photograph.
Yeah,
All cameras should be filming. So connect to them in your consciousness and invite them here.
Connect to them in your consciousness.
These are the golden ones I talked about. See how
the golden ones.
are, because the horizon is only 7 to 10 miles depending on the conditions. So it's probably a couple miles. Everybody see them?
Yeah, they're so beautiful.
Let's welcome their beings on board to join us in meditation. That is such a beautiful color, so you'll never forget that color.
This is huge.
Yeah, this is a major event. So we are grateful. So open your heart chakra and send them the beauty of humanity. And if you can see what I'm doing, you connect with your palms out like this, and your third eye and your heart, making like a tetrahedron radiating our pureness and love towards them. They emerge from the sky, but they're very, very close to the ocean.
Okay, you guys can watch the rest of the video. I will link to it, but notice what Dr. Greer tells them to do. Basically, channel your humanity or the beauty of humanity to them or whatever. They are worshiping these orbs, guys. I mean, Dr. Stephen Greer really wants to believe that they're just benevolent. And, it's possible, I suppose, but really to worship them like this? But this is the sentiment that I think a lot of people will have if and when disclosure actually goes down. And actually, if you look at the book called AD After Disclosure, written by Richard Dolan and Bryce Zabel, they suggest that as soon as disclosure happens, people will question things that fall into 5 categories. First off, intelligent non-humans. How long have they been here? Who are they? Etc. Number 2, their agenda. Are they malevolent? Are they benevolent? Who are they? What are they here for? Number 3, safety. Our militaries have tried to chase UFOs, but are we safe? Are we safe from this? Number 4, secrecy. Why has this information been kept from the public? And number 5, disclosure. Going forward, how will we know what is being said is true if we can't trust people because this has been covered for so long? And these are legitimate questions here. And there's going to be a lot of people with different answers. Folks like Stephen Greer that have a large following, they're obviously going to say, finally, they're here, we can worship them, etc. Folks like us, we're probably not going to be so generous in terms of calling them benevolent beings from outer space or whatever. I think a lot of Christians will fall for that. And of course, again, guys, this will be a major event if and when it happens. And Jesus talks about the great deception. Jesus talks about in Matthew 24, false Christs and false prophets will arise and perform great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, even the elect. Now, I'm not suggesting that I know for sure that Jesus is talking about aliens or, a UFO disclosure here, but it does make one question, because false Christs and false prophets, obviously, when we're talking about these beings arriving, they're going to portray themselves as perhaps the gods of old. And if that happens, that means we're going to see prophet-like figures or Messiah-like figures that are raised up. And I would suggest that someone like Dr. Stephen Greer would be considered a false prophet, because they're really, sort of a spokesperson for these beings. And he's suggesting that they are benevolent creatures, even instructing them to worship these beings. So just keep an eye out, guys. I know there's a lot more reported out there recently, and there's a lot more people catching stuff, but it looks like 2015 is shaping up to be a very interesting year for the topic of UFOs, aliens, and all that stuff. And as a church community, as Christians, we need to be prepared to give an answer. So that's all for now. God bless, guys. Take care.